Hi friends, this is Barbie Daily with Rural Life in the Valley. Today I am bringing you two more crafty art pages from the hashtag Whimsical Fantasy Wonderland 25. It is an open collaboration that has been hosted by Polly's Pretties Coloring and Crafting. Now this was for the month of April, and so the 30th will be the last day that she's doing this. I am going to continue because I'm always behind. I cannot really do one every day, so I will continue doing some. She is beginning a new one that has to do with bears and strawberries and berries and whatever. You'll have to go to her page to find out what it is going to be. But anyway, for today, I have two days. I have day 11, which is teapots and teacups, and I have day 12, which is ghosts and candles. So let me show you what I've done. So day 11 is teapots and teacups. And for my characters, I actually chose two from Beauty and the Beast. This is Mrs.Potts and Chip, the little teacup. He's got a little chip there. And they are having a tea party for all of their teapot and teacup friends. So she set a beautiful lace table, and she has all her friends here with their teacups. I've got 3. She's got a little butterfly on one of the teacups, and there's a cupcake. Somebody brought along their embroidery project. And let's see, what I did here was I had some pretty paper for the background. And there is a little bee here. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can bring this up to you closer. Little bee there, and Chip's looking up at that. I have some washi tape right here. And let's see what else. I decided I wanted to number these pages, so I'm going to be using lettering, and I went, or not lettering, but numbers. So I went back and put that on there. This pink background page with the flowers, that's from a birthday card that I already had cut up and used on one of my collaborations. So, and I used some of my pretty sparkle acrylic paint. Mrs. Potts has hers, and Chip, and all over. And I also did some gold. I'm not too sure how well you can see that. I think I used my new Wink of Stella pen right there. So there you have that. And we'll go on to day 12. So let me tell you a little bit about our characters. We have Mrs. Potts, who is the teapot. And if you know anything about Beauty and the Beast, you know when the beast was transformed, when the prince was transformed into a beast, everybody in the household was also transformed. So Mrs. Potts was the head of the castle kitchen, and then she was transformed into a teapot. Mrs. Potts takes a motherly attitude towards Belle and looks after her. For Chip, he was like the other inhabitants of the castle, and he was cursed by the enchantress. When Mrs. Potts was transformed into a teapot, Chip was likewise transformed into a teacup. At the end of the film, once Belle and the Beast fell in love, Chip is magically restored to his human form. So day 12 was Ghosts and Candles. And of course, if I'm looking for a cartoon character, who's better but Casper the Friendly Ghost? So he is my character. And then for the ghosts and candles, I've got these scary looking ghosts up here trying to come through the window. And my candle is Luminaire from Beauty and the Beast, and he's lighting his candle so that the ghosts won't come in. And so Casper's not worried. He's got his candle friend Luminaire lighting the way. And looking on are some spooky little spiders. These were some stickers I had. And then I used, this was some paper I got from that book I showed you last week, I think. And so I used that, and then I got this sparkly paper. The black paper is from the Dollar Tree. They have packs of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. Oops, my camera's shaking. Okay, you can see the spark a little bit. And this already had some dark area, but I had some blue ink that I kind of put in a little bit more. So that is my day 12 of Ghosts and Candles. So I want to thank Polly once more for this fun collaboration and all the others that she has done the last couple of months. I hope you all have enjoyed it and will come back and see what I'm doing the next time. I may continue this, or I may join in on her new one. I may go back and do the fairy core or the steampunk. There are still unfinished projects to do, so I think I will do them all off and on. I hope you enjoy it. I'm so glad that you stopped by to watch. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening wherever in the world you are. Bye-bye. So I have a question for you. These are the 4 collaborations that I've done with Polly, and the only one that I finished was Beauty and the Bee. So if you never saw that, you might want to go back and find those videos and watch. But I still have the steampunk that is unfinished, and I have fairy core that is unfinished, and then the one we're just doing, the whimsical wonderful fantasy. I think I said it wrong. I don't see my cheat sheet here, but anyway, this one. So if I were to continue one of these along with maybe the new one, I'm not sure. I just have to see. But which one did you enjoy the most of the fairy core, the steampunk, or getting my paper, whimsical fantasy wonderland 25? Leave a note in the comments for me. I'm just curious to see if you'd like me to continue on any of these, or should I just move forward? Anything that you say would be great. Just will give me an idea of what you would like to see from me as far as my crafting and artwork goes. So thanks again. Bye-bye.